There she went. She just jumped right over that thing. This mama right here is our first set of Berkshire piglets that we farrowed on the farm. She farrowed Friday afternoon. And interestingly enough, we've got another sow that should be farrowing maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but certainly within the next 34 hours or so. She jumped over this electric fence right here beside me, fully pregnant, and she was jumping, hurdling over the fence. And I'm gonna walk around looking for her. On 3 separate occasions, I walked all over the place looking for this sow, and once I found her actually laying down in the creek here. It's spring-fed, and I thought she was just wanting to cool off, but as it turns out, there was another reason that she was coming down here, and we'll talk more about that later. But it started thunderstorming and raining, so I decided to come on back and get out of the rain, especially in this creek bottom down here. She heard the sound of the four-wheeler and decided to come on up, so we're going to go feed them and to get her in the fence. I went off to fix some fences north of Dowdle Road, and when I came back on the four-wheeler, the sow actually came up to me and heard the four-wheeler running. So I spent 45 minutes crawling through the ravine for no reason, apparently. There she went. She just jumped right over that thing. One of the positive benefits of feeding your pigs by hand is they get used to coming to you when you call them, when you drive up in your truck or ATV. They're just really familiar with the feeding cycle, and they will come on up to you and follow you like a puppy dog most of the time. Because she jumped over the fence, I'm raising the fence up. In some places, I'm raising it up 8 or 10 inches. In other places, I'm just raising it 3 or 4 inches. I thought she was sneaking underneath the fence. One thing that I've discovered is that sows in their last 2 weeks or so of gestation are just wildly hungry. They'll jump through fences, they'll tear all kinds of stuff up looking for more food. So I'm going to start adjusting how much I feed them. The problem is that if you feed them too much in those last few weeks, their piglets will become much larger and they can have a difficult time farrowing. So there's a thin balance there that I'm still trying to figure out. The cover crop field that this sow was actually jumping out of the fence to graze on is off to the right. It was full of buckwheat that had gone to seed. It also had some forage soybeans and some cowpeas in there as well. So she got a lot of nutrition out of it. I'm always finding golf balls in the pasture. It's raining again, just barely. At this point, I'm already wet, so I don't know that it matters a whole lot. But the sow's in here, and I've raised the fence a good bit. Some areas I raised it probably 6 or 8 inches. But all that to say, I'm gonna go turn the fence on and hope that gets it resolved. I want to see her jump over that thing again. As it turns out, the fence sagged and she got out one more time. And you can tell now that the fence is raised up higher, she's pacing back and forth and she's more hesitant to jump across. Sometime that night, apparently the sow escaped out of the fence. The boar was apparently pushing the bale of hay that I'd set in there for her to nest in, and it rolled across the fence and she left. I did not see her for 3 more days until you see her right here walking back and forth. And if you notice carefully, she has farrowed. I could not find where she had farrowed for the last 3 days. I've tried to figure out where they are. I've spent hours hiking around looking for her piglets and her and could not find them. So now she's learned not to jump over the fence, that she will get shocked. We've got the fence right, but we need to get her back in it. I was not trying to get her in it because I didn't know where her piglets are. Interestingly enough, she decided to return back to the nest, and so I just followed her back down there. When I got there, this is what I found in the woods. Oh my goodness. She got a lot more than 6. No wonder she was so hungry. She was escaping the fence to try to feed all these little piglets here. Hey mama, you got a bassel of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At least 11. Let me go get you some food. You're a good mama. But my gosh, you got out here in the middle of nowhere to have them. It amazes me that I put 3 round bales of hay for these 2 sows to farrow in. I set them apart so that they could have plenty of room and space, and I also put them under trees so that there'd be a little bit more protection from the wind. But this sow came through briars and brambles and up and down ravines to farrow in. I guess she was finding a safe place to make a nest. But I'm going to go back. It's getting dark. I'm going to go back and get some feed so that she'll have plenty to eat over the next few days.
There you go. There's some milk. There you go. How's that? That is well deserved.
I'm hoping that within the next 5 or 6 days that she'll go on and bring the piglets up and join the rest of the herd. But here's some piglets. I figured you'd want to see a few pictures of them. They sure are cute little devils. I didn't want to get too many pictures of them and scare them off and scatter them, and certainly did not want to upset Mama. Anyway, we had a pig that I thought could fly. As it turns out, she can't, but it came close. Y'all take care. Have a great day.